Under the red glow of the studio light, Daniel Hayes leaned back in his chair, his headphones snug around his ears, his coffee gone lukewarm. Midnight Radio, the only show in town for insomniacs, truckers, and the lonely, was halfway through its 4-hour run. Outside, the rain-slicked streets of Harbor City glistened like black glass. Inside, the hum of the equipment and the quiet drone of the air conditioner were the only company besides his listeners, scattered across the city and beyond. "All right, folks," Daniel said into the mic, his voice smooth but edged with fatigue. "It's 12:42 on a wet Thursday morning. If you're out there, driving that long road home or just can't sleep, you're with me. Midnight Radio. Lines are open. What's on your mind tonight?" The light on line 2 blinked. Daniel pressed the button. "You're live. Talk to me." A man's voice, calm but strange, filled his headphones. "Good evening, Daniel." Daniel hesitated. Something about the tone was off. Too quiet. Too measured. "Evening. What's your name, friend?" "Names aren't important. But stories are. Would you like to hear a story?" Daniel forced a chuckle. "Sure, why not? Go ahead." The voice didn't miss a beat. "There's a man sitting in a house on Beckett Street. Number 214. He's alone. Drinking. He thinks the world forgot him. But I haven't. Tonight, I'll remind him. He won't see me come in. He won't even hear me. But when he wakes, the last thing he'll see is the blade." Daniel frowned and sat up. That's a little dark, friend. You know, we keep things light here. You sure you're not just telling me some twisted story?" "It's not twisted. It's honest," the caller said. "You'll read about it tomorrow. Or maybe you won't. But he'll be gone. That's what matters." Then the line went dead. Daniel stared at the console. Prank calls weren't new, but this one left a strange chill crawling up his neck. He tried to shake it off, moving to the next caller, a trucker in Oklahoma singing along to old country hits. By the end of the night, he convinced himself it was nothing. Just some lonely guy messing around. The next evening, halfway through the show, Daniel's phone buzzed. A text from a friend in the newsroom. "Did you see this? 214 Beckett. Guy found dead. Stabbed. Alone in his house. Weird, right?" Daniel read the message 3 times. His stomach turned cold. When line 2 blinked again that night, Daniel hesitated before answering. "You're live," he said, his voice steady but tight. The same calm voice. "Good evening, Daniel." His pulse thumped in his ears. "Who is this?" "Another story," the man said. "This time, it's a woman. She lives above the laundromat on 5th and Parker. She never locks her door. People should be more careful." "Stop," Daniel snapped. "If this is some sick game, you need to quit it. Someone was hurt. This isn't funny." "It's not a game," the man said, his voice still calm. "I'm just letting you know. You like stories, Daniel. You're just in one now." The line went dead again. Daniel sat frozen, sweat dampening his shirt. His producer, Lisa, looked at him from the control booth, eyebrows raised. "Everything okay?" she mouthed. He nodded, forcing a smile. "Just a weirdo," he said into the mic, trying to steady his voice. By morning, news broke of a young woman found in her apartment above the laundromat, her door unlocked, her body cold. No forced entry. No leads. Daniel didn't sleep that day. He sat at his kitchen table, staring at his phone, scrolling through the news. He couldn't tell the police. What would he say? A voice on his show predicted it. They'd laugh, or worse, think he was involved. That night, the calls kept coming. Always line 2, Always that same calm, measured tone. Each story turned into a crime scene by morning. A homeless veteran under the bridge. A teacher driving home late. A jogger cutting through the park. The city whispered about a phantom killer, someone who left no evidence, no witnesses, nothing but bodies and unanswered questions. The show's ratings skyrocketed. People tuned in, morbidly fascinated, waiting to hear what the caller would say next. Daniel's inbox overflowed with theories, accusations, pleas. Some listeners begged him to stop answering. Others demanded he keep the caller on air longer, to get more details. But with every call, Daniel felt the weight pressing harder on his chest. It wasn't entertainment anymore. It was a nightmare. One night, after the fourth story in as many days, Daniel tried to take control. When line 2 blinked, he didn't answer right away. He let it ring, sweat pooling in his palms. Finally, he pressed the button. "You're live," he said, voice shaking despite himself. "Daniel," the voice said, as smooth and calm as ever. "You're not sleeping. You're afraid. That's good. Fear sharpens you. Makes you listen." Daniel swallowed hard. "Why are you doing this? What do you want from me?" "I want you to understand," the caller said. "I'm not choosing them at random. They all deserved it. Every single one. The man on Beckett? He hurt children. The woman above the laundromat? She let someone die because she didn't want to get involved. The teacher? He was going to kill someone. I just stopped him first." "You don't get to decide that," Daniel snapped, his voice breaking. "You're not a judge, you're a murderer." A soft chuckle came through the line. "Maybe. But I think you of all people should understand. You talk to the lonely, the broken, the forgotten. You hear their secrets. You know how rotten people can be. I'm just cleaning up." The line clicked dead. Daniel yanked off his headphones and slammed his fist on the console. Lisa rushed in from the booth. "What the hell is going on, Danny? People are calling the station non-stop. They think you're part of this. They think you know something." "I don't," Daniel said, his voice hoarse. "I swear to God, I don't." But deep down, he wasn't sure. Every call left something behind, an unease that clung to him long after the show ended. Then, one night, the caller changed the game. "Good evening, Daniel," the voice said, as steady as ever. Daniel's heart pounded. "What now? Who is it this time?" A pause. A soft exhale. "You." Daniel's throat went dry. "What?" "You," the caller said again, almost gently. "You've been telling their stories for years. The cheaters. The liars. The drunks. You know where they are. Who they are. You've been keeping their secrets. But secrets are poison, Daniel. And poison spreads. Tonight, we clean you." Daniel stared at the board, frozen. "You're bluffing." "No," the voice said. "Look outside." Daniel turned his head. Through the rain-streaked glass of the studio, across the empty parking lot, a figure stood beneath the flickering streetlight. Tall. Still. Watching. His hands shook. "What do you want from me?" "Confess," the voice said, calm as ever. "Tell them the truth. Tell them what you did. Or I'll tell them for you. And then I'll come in." Daniel's mind raced. The show, the listeners, the city, all of them waiting on the other side of the mic. The sins he'd buried for years clawed their way to the surface, the lies, the deals, the voices he'd ignored because they didn't fit the show's neat narrative. The people he could have helped but didn't. His breath came in shallow gasps. "Please," he whispered. The line clicked. Silence. Outside, the figure was gone. The next morning, the station was quiet. Daniel never came home. The police found his car in the parking lot, his keys still in the ignition. The board still lit up, line 2 blinking steadily, waiting for a call that never came. And in the empty studio, through the hiss of dead air, a voice whispered, calm and cold, "Good evening, Harbor City. Let me tell you a story."